stuck in the heat. Let me take you dancing. Let me get you on your feet. Arizona garden with my little cactus flower. Let the day slip away in the golden hour. We've got nothing but time and music, and a sweet cold drink in the heat. Oh, I'll be beside you every step of the way, right here.
G'day legends, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tony, this is the Mighty Jimny, where I'll be taking you on my West Australian outdoor and camping adventures. So today is episode 3 of the What I Take camping series, and today what I'm going to go through is my refrigeration, power and lighting setups that I've got. So I'll go through the Oztrail 45 litre fridge, and I'm going to go through my solar power setup, as well as my portable power bank that I've got sitting behind the passenger seat there, how I arrange everything and how it all gets packed up into the car. So go grab yourself a nice cold beer and I'll do all the hard work as per usual, and sit back and relax. Enjoy. Now, first of all, I'll go through the power pack that I use. That sits down here behind the back of the seat. I've gone for the 44 amp hour companion set. Now, this is a 44 amp hour battery that can be charged through solar, through the car, and I use this to basically run the fridge most of the time, as well as some lighting setups. So let's have a quick look. Now, this here, as you can see, is the battery set. I've gone for this type of power solution mainly because I don't really want to have a full hardwired dual battery, because this car's also my daily driver. So as you can see, it's actually a really good option. You've got your 12 volt plugs down here, which are fully switchable, as well as a USB charging port there as well. And then you can actually charge this straight off the 240 volt mains power, allowing you to have a full charge before you leave and actually go off for your camping adventures. Now, one of the things that I like the most about it is that at 44 amp hours, it's not a huge battery, but all I'm running is the fridge. So as far as I'm concerned, it's about the perfect size. I get about 2.5 days off a single charge if I just run the fridge. Now, I also have this set up in such a way, as you can see, with the Anderson plug at the side, and then that comes through and plugs into the front down here into the front point. Now, what that allows me to do is basically, if I'm changing campsites, the battery gets a little bit of a charge as you go through, which is really good. But I've got another solution if I'm going to stay at a campsite for a bit longer, and I'll pull that out now. Right guys, so this here is the Projecta 120 watt solar panel system. Okay, now this is an absolutely awesome piece of kit, because it basically means that I'm self-sufficient when it comes to power. Now, as you can see here, it's got these 5, I believe, yeah, 5, maybe 6 power cells, and they basically set up in this arrangement. Now, I can have this set up along the beach or along the trail and make sure that I'm getting full sun, and this allows me to basically recharge the battery on the inside of the car there, and as well as do the fridge. So I pretty much become self-sufficient at that stage. Now, the good thing about this piece of kit is I can also use it to charge my battery of my car, as well as if I need to. So for some reason the car battery goes flat, then I can use this to charge the car battery as well and get me out of Dodge. Now, one of the good things about using solar, apart from it obviously being renewable and all of those kinds of things, is that this is a pretty portable piece of kit. It sits just behind the driver's seat, and I leave that down there with another piece of kit that I'm about to show you now, and that is the portable camp shower. Alright guys, so one of the other pieces of kit that I've picked up recently is the USB rechargeable camp shower, and this one's from Caos Gear. Now it's a pretty decent piece of kit. The idea behind it is that you can drop the end into any standard size jerry can, and then you've got yourself a little camp shower. So let's put this one together quickly. Alright, so all you're doing with this is you've got your shower head attachment there. That just screws on. And then you've got your pump end. Now this pump end screws onto the other end of your hose. Like so. And then you've got your little power pack. And just that easy, this screws in. You drop your other end into your jerry can. It's getting a bit windy now. Drop your other end into your jerry can and oh, there we go. You've got your shower. So it's that easy, and they also come with a little sticky jobby and a little hook. So usually I hang that onto the awning, which I've had to pack away. It's gotten a bit windy, but yeah, look, I mean, this is a fantastic piece of kit. Now, a tip with these, I just use my little drinking jerry, but a tip with these ones, if you want a warm shower, just sit at your jerry about a metre or so away from your campfire and leave it there for about 10 or 15 minutes, and it will warm the water up in winter, so you can have a nice warm shower before you jump into your swag. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a stellar piece of kit, and with the charging port on the companion battery, it's absolutely outstanding. Look at that, absolutely outstanding. Look at that, brilliant. Fantastic. I've got one of the surfers over here looking at it. All right, so that's the shower done. The last but not least, I'll quickly go through this 45 litre fridge that I've got from Oztrail, and that will be a fantastic little way to round out this series. Now last but certainly not least, I've got the Oztrail 45 litre fridge. This is probably one of the best pieces of kit that I've bought so far for the car, and I know that it looks big. Alright, it's a bit of a beast, and I said this in my first video. The reason why I've got such a big one is I've also got a larger full drive as well. So this fits both needs. So mate, this fits both needs, and it gives me plenty of storage space, especially if I go for one of those longer trips as well. Now, I haven't got this one set up in a drawer system, and at this stage I've got no real intention to set up a drawer system in the car yet. For me, I don't really need it. Okay, now if I decide that I don't need the back seats anymore, I may start looking down that line, but for what I've got, how I've got this car set up, personally, I think putting a drawer system in for me is just adding extra weight that I don't need. Alright, so how does this bad boy work? Well, first off, I've got it connected in through under here down onto the companion 44 amp hour battery system that I've got behind the passenger seat, and like I said before, I get about 2.5 to at the very most 3 days out of that one charge. Now you can see on the inside here, this is quite a big fridge. All right, one of the things I do like about it is that can also be a freezer, so I can set it down to as far as -18, I believe, and that's absolutely fantastic. So easy way to get all your beers and everything like that nice and cold, plenty of room for your snags and your steaks, and lots of extra space there for any of the other niceties that you want to take with you that require you to have refrigeration. So I really like this as a piece of kit. On the outside, all right, first off, it's got some really nice buckles at the front, so it seals really well. I actually use this as a extra fridge or freezer at home when I'm not camping. It's too good not to use, so it's a really nice piece of kit here. Now on the outside, I've got the bag that goes with it, and it's got a couple of pockets and everything like that on the front. The bag cost me just a little bit extra, and once again, I got everything on sale. I tend to look for things and get them on sale at the time, but it helps keep the actual unit cool. Now these have got an LG compressor in them, so they're not a bad unit at all. So that's pretty much how this one goes. Pros of this one, definitely that it's nice and big and I can take lots of stuff with it. The cons of this one are, well, it's nice and big and it takes up a lot of room in the back. But as you can see, between the tough box over here and the fridge over here, I've got this space in the middle here that I can actually throw quite a few things. So generally speaking, that will actually be a spot there that I'll throw like the awning extension. I'll throw a couple of bags with some food and stuff, you know, usually slot them down behind the back there. And I'll also throw my camp chair either in here or up on the roof, and everything like that. Look, there's plenty of ways that you can set these up. This is how I've set it up for me, and I feel that it's the best with what I've got to work with at the moment. Plans for the future are definitely looking at that smaller swag. That's not so much just to do with the fact of that it's a smaller unit. It's more to do with the fact of I want to get a stretcher, and that's a really big selling point for me in regards to what swag I actually do decide to go with. So if you've got any recommendations, please let me know. And that will be about mid-year that I'll get that. And as for the other options that I'm going to go for with regards to the inside of the car, there's a few other cook things that I wouldn't mind getting. Better pan, and maybe a decent campfire stove as well. So I'll pick that up. It hasn't really been much use to me at the moment, and that's why I haven't rushed out to get one, because we can't have fires through this part of the year. But come mid-year, when I go out for my next big adventure, that will be bush campfire season, and we're allowed to have a campfire because we're outside of that total fire ban, which is really fun. Look, that's about it for me. So, oh, actually, no, before I go, up on the roof. So up here, you've got the Adventure Series Tough Box by Caos Gear. I picked this up not long ago, and I remember saying in my first video where I had a toolbox up there that was not the essentially the final modification that I was going to do with regards to that. So let's have a quick look. You can actually see that it is. So yeah, really good piece of kit, lower profile than the old box, and also a much nicer looking piece of kit. It's not permanently fixed. I can just take those ratchet straps down, and it's a good piece of kit there. So I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, no, good job, Caos Gear. You make a nice piece of kit. All right, so apart from that, all finished up for the day. Thanks very much for watching. Once again, remember, this is the Mighty Jimny. I'm Tony. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for the channel. It'll be a couple of weeks between this video and the next one, where I plan on doing a bit of a longer trip. So hopefully that will happen, but I'm away for work for a little while. So once I'm back, I'll plan a bigger trip and we'll have a bit of fun together. Okay, so good luck. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the future. Cheers.
Straight cruising, headed for a bruising, watching out for number one. You gotta slow down and look around you, son. Today is just today and not tomorrow. Where you're going, you can rest your head. Where you're going, brightness looks big. Where you're going, truth cannot be hid. You gotta get going. Easy now, you gotta get going. Easy now.
G'day guys, Uncle Tony here. Just a disclaimer, I'm not supported by any of the products that I've shown you today. These are products that I've bought for myself, so any opinions on them are my own, and any reviews that I do are completely honest and transparent. Alright, thanks very much. Cheers guys.